To Rohan Samarajiva, chair of the think tank LIRNEasia in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Mr. Samarajiva. Tell me, first of all, how bad do you think this can get?
Well, this could get in the scale of Lebanon. It's a pretty drastic crisis.
I mean, it seems that you're getting close to a complete chaos in the streets with runaway inflation, nobody feeling that they've got any leadership, and the streets, there could be civil disturbance fairly soon, do you not think?
No, the streets are actually quite calm, contrary to what some news reports say. There have been about 100 people admitted to the hospital. 2 reports of deaths not confirmed, so I'm not even claiming that. Not too much property damage, except for the Prime Minister's house being burnt. But the larger problem is the economy has basically stopped functioning. The roads are empty. There are no fuel for vehicles. Exports are getting affected. Supply chains are breaking. Things are pretty bad.
Well, you mentioned Lebanon as a possible scenario for Sri Lanka now. Can you see a point where things make a turn, where things start to get better again?
Well, as someone who returned to Sri Lanka from the United States, I have to live in hope. The issue is the political class seems to have difficulty in grasping the problem and the need to come up with novel solutions. They seem to be going with the same old formula that got us in this hole in the first place. Spending too much, promising too much, not taxing enough, and not engaging in any hard reforms.
So would you say this is more a failure of leadership or an example for other emerging markets of what can go wrong when economies that are trying to build from a fairly low level encounter the difficulties we're seeing post-pandemic across the world?
No. This is clearly an issue of leadership. It's of government. I mean, different political parties. We've changed our rulers frequently, but we've always spent more than we earn. We've had a primary balance only maybe 3 or 4 years after 74 years of independence. We have not exported enough. We have not diversified our exports enough. We have been very conservative in terms of allowing foreign investment in. We have spent money on unjustified large infrastructures that pleased various politicians. And we haven't taxed enough. We have one of the lowest tax rates in the world. And lastly, the thing that really tipped us over the edge was that, say around 2001, we had about 3-4% commercial debt. By about 2019, we had about 50% commercial debt. Now, commercial debt means that you're subject to the rating agencies' judgments. And we were not managing our economy in a way that the rating agencies approved. And we didn't modify our behavior. We got shut out of the commercial debt markets, and we are in this hole that we are now in.
Well, here's hoping that things improve. Rohan Samarajiva, thanks very much indeed for joining us today.
Thank you.